evening and welcome to the Brockton School Committee meeting. Today is Tuesday, December 2nd, and it's 7 p.m. We are located at Dr. William H. Arnone Theater here at 135 Belmont Street, Brockton. Dear visitors, welcome to the meeting of the Brockton School Committee. This is the agenda that will be discussed this evening. Please note that the hearing of visitors is including. If you have a statement or question, please give your name to the secretary. In addition to attending this meeting, the public can view this meeting via television or Comcast channel 8 or 1071 HD version and online via this link, www.youtube.com/TheBrocktonChannels. I will call this meeting to order by establishing a quorum. Mrs. Sullivan?
Yeah.
Mr. Gomes?
Here.
Ms. Azak?
Here.
Ms. Oliver?
Here.
And the superintendent, the secretary is here, present, myself, Tony Rodriguez, and we do have a member remote, Mr. Tim's not on, right?
Just Vega.
Mr. Vega?
Yes.
Present. The quorum is established. We will now stand and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Item 2 is the hearing of visitors. Pursuant to the school committee policy, each person requesting to speak shall be allotted a maximum of 3 minutes. Since this period is limited to 15 minutes, a total of 5 people shall be permitted to speak on a first-come, first-served basis, and we've been indicated that we have no hearing of visitors this evening. Item 3 is the report of the superintendent of schools. Dr. Tiliani, the floor is all yours.
Good evening, everyone. So we're going to start with item A, which is the teaching and learning report, and I'm going to pass it off to Robert for our student representative report first. Is that good?
Yeah. Well, that's dark. Good now? There we go. Good evening, Dr. Tiliani, Mr. Rodriguez, Mayor Sullivan, school committee members, and distinguished guests. Before I dive into things, I would like to extend my gratitude for having me on this rainy night and being able to share a look into Brockton High School. First off with the athletics, per usual, Brockton High School football wrapped up their season with their annual Thanksgiving game at Bridgewater Arena. Unfortunately, we lost, but nevertheless, a great season as the program gets stronger and stronger. You can see the recap of our sports season through the November Boxer Athletic newsletter on the recap of our sports through the Brockton Public Schools website. Moving from fall sports to winter, trials begin today and the winter season kicks off. We look forward to seeing our athletes among a variety of sports, including indoor track, basketball, wrestling, swim and dive, gymnastics, hockey, and cheerleading. Our special education department recently hosted its annual Friendsgiving celebration. Students enjoyed a thrilling event with food, music, and friends. Shout out to Miss Bamford and Miss Spatola for their work in orchestrating the event, and special education staff and student helpers for their support. Our drama club is hosting their first show of the year called Love by the Bull. I've talked to a few members of the cast, and they're claiming a wonderful night to be had, and trust me, they never let down. They're hosting their show this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the Little Theater with more details on the poster. More showcases of talent in the Fine Arts Department. We look forward to Brockton High School's Holiday Jazz Concert on Friday, the 12th at 7, and the Holiday Concert featuring the concert bands and chorus on Tuesday, the 16th at 7. Now on to events we'll be seeing in the very near future. BHS is putting on a future student showcase to reach new families and students to the city of Brockton, where Brockton Public Schools has to offer. Within the school, we are excited to recognize our AP Scholars on the 19th at 9 a.m. AP Scholars are students who receive a 3 or higher on 3 or more AP exams, representing true academic excellence. NHS will host a craft day at BHS, open to everyone who brings a small, unwrapped toy in the support of the giving season, so be on the lookout for that. This is a good one. The Youth Health Advisory Council, a group of students collaborating with school staff, health professionals, and community members to promote health awareness and advocate for the well-being of the peers, recently had a parent mixer meeting celebrating the participants of this council. The council will focus on various topics such as mental health and nutrition, physical activity, and overall wellness. Students from our community can voice their perspectives on health-related issues within our community. Students engaged in this program will get their medical assistant certification after their senior year of the program. Now onto the student overview. Although my last update was only 2 weeks ago, I've seen countless ways the students and staff of Brockton High School continue to represent as a boxer. I want to highlight the improvement in student engagement among the school community, but also with real-world problems and experience. Preparing us as students, these opportunities are a blessing and highlights of what Brockton High School has to offer. As we see, student engagement has been exemplary, but is limited for many students. I would like to introduce the idea of a potential block during the school day for students to engage in clubs or tutoring. Student engagement continues to increase and is limited by the conflict of scheduling between sports and clubs for some, often resulting in students needing to pick one or the other at times. I've seen this in our National Honor Society chapter where students such as myself struggle to attend meetings in conjunction with athletics or other clubs, resulting in meetings with less than half of its members. I'm unsure of what the schedule will look like for the future. Brockton High School students, I've heard talk about a change in class schedule in the near future, but little on what that may look like. With or without the change schedule, I would like to introduce the idea of a flex period to the school committee where students are able to engage in clubs and study time. Examples of this can be seen at schools very similar to Brockton High School. Lowell High School has an academic flex day where one 30-minute block twice a week is reserved as a flex period, and students are able to extend their engagement in clubs at this time. Going into future school years, I hope the school committee considers this idea, as I believe this implementation into the schedule will reflect the student engagement we strive for at Brockton High School. Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful report. As always, I will open up the floor to some of the members if they have any questions or comments to our student representative. Mrs. Oliver.
Can you repeat again the last portion about the conflicts of like attending clubs and classes, and exactly what are you guys proposing and what ideas you guys want us to look into?
Yeah, so at Brockton High School, all the clubs are hosted right after school, so bell rings at 2 o'clock and you go straight to your clubs. Same thing for sports though. So for students that are student athletes, but they also want to be engaged in things like NHS or student advisory committee, which we have one for athletes, but many of them can't even attend student athlete advisory committee because they have sports practice to get to. And they can, sacrifice some of their practice, but not always, because we have sports, we have games to attend to. So we're proposing that. I'm not sure what was talked about in the curriculum for next year's or future years, if it's going to change or not. But regardless, a period, it can only be like 30 minutes or 45 minutes, one block, once out of the week, two times out of the week for students to engage in clubs and use that time for clubs. And they have sports. So even if it's like a travel issue or it's like conflict within sports, they're able to still do that.
Thank you for clarification. Definitely we can see into it. 'Cause I know we do have a lot of clubs that we offer, and I think it's a great idea to have students be more involved and not out in the streets. And I think also you have responsibility of being in your sports, going to practice. I've noticed that with my own daughter, the conflict being in a club and also being at certain practice that she needs to be. Other than that, they will you no longer can participate in the sports if you're not going to practice on time or even being there. But she also wants to be involved in clubs, and I think a lot of clubs that we offer are really like the chess and other musical stuff that they offer. I think that's a great idea that we can definitely work with the superintendent and all the other administrators, see what we can do moving forward. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mr. Gomes.
Thank you for that. I'll second what Ms. Oliver just said. There we go. I remember when I was in high school, when I first started Brockton High, I used to babysit after school. But I would see all these other kids going into the African American club, the swimming team, soccer, you name it. And I would always say, damn, I can't. I got to go home, watch my niece so my sister can go to work. I think this is an amazing idea. and hopefully we can do something to accommodate. If it's not an hour and a half, we can do 45. Hey, for simple clubs, for 30 minutes to be able to meet, and for someone that has to go home after school or has to go to practice, to be able to still be a part of a club and do something, that's phenomenal. So I'm behind it 100%, and if we're able to accommodate, I strongly suggest that we look into it and see how we can make it work.
Thank
But
you so much.
I appreciate the idea.
Any follow-ups? I mean, we could always increase school hours another half hour. So
I don't know about all that.
I don't know how you guys would love that, and we can deal with the unions with that. But thank you very much. You know, I like that idea, more civic engagement. But we'll see what the superintendent and her team can come up with, and see how that is possible to make sure we make that happen. So, and this is one of the reasons why it's so important to have a student representative on the committee, and engaging with us and letting us know, your perspective, representing your population of the students at the high school, and bringing those issues to us so we can know what you guys need for us to support you better.
I completely agree. That is why you're here, and it is a great idea, and it actually comes at a very opportune time because I'm sure you've heard that we are reviewing the Brockton High School schedule right now, and we're working with the teachers union and actually have a timeline for when we're hoping to have a new schedule, and so we can certainly incorporate this in our discussions.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Vega, do you have a question or a comment? Yep.
All right, good evening, everyone. I actually don't think you need me to do these anymore now that Robert is doing such a great job. And I'm going to do a better job of not duplicating efforts here. I'm going to coordinate ahead of time because you will see some repeats here. So we do have two great updates from Promise. First, just before Thanksgiving, members of the Promise senior class came together to host a heartwarming Thanksgiving meal for residents at one of Brockton's senior living facilities. They served delicious food, shared meaningful conversations, and gave back in a way that truly embodied the spirit of the season. The event featured a festive meal, exciting raffles, and plenty of laughter and connection. Back at the school, the environmental earth science classes are proud participants in the Massachusetts Marine Debris Program for 2025-2026. As part of this exciting initiative, students designed and built a drifter, which is a floating device equipped with GPS that was deployed in the Gulf of Maine in just the last few days. This technology will allow Promise students and NOAA scientists to track ocean currents and study how marine debris moves through the Gulf. Adding a creative touch, students decorated 4 sails that will harness the power of the ocean currents and send the drifter on its journey. And yes, we continue the tradition of the Boxer Buddies at Brockton High School that celebrated their Friendsgiving luncheon last week. Food service staff and BHS administrators served the special meal to students and staff, which featured Thanksgiving staples like turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, and stuffing. And of course, students also had the opportunity to share what they're thankful for this year, both by posting pages on a decorative Friendsgiving tree and reading them aloud for the whole group to hear. North hosted 2 great events recently as well, one being the Term 1 Honors Breakfast, which featured a special meal for students made possible by Chartwells, and even special table linens thanks to the support of Crown Linens to make the event look and feel festive. North also hosted a great family engagement event for students and loved ones focused on raising the rigor for students in English language arts classes. The discussion centered on how North can help families support students in completing ELA assignments at home, as well as communicating expectations of students about how they can take greater ownership in their learning. The event was a follow-up to a recent professional development we hosted district-wide for teachers of grades 6 through 8, and also directly aligned with North's school improvement plan. We have some other great updates from around the district, including the Ashfield, where students in the National Junior Honor Society collected donations over the last month, which they then in turn used to build 20 Thanksgiving dinner baskets to support members of our community in need. The baskets included everything you need for a great Thanksgiving meal, plus $15 grocery gift cards to help with the purchasing of a turkey. At the Barrett, students and staff kicked off the Thanksgiving holiday break with Pie and Pajama Day. Students exceeded their chocolate fundraiser goal by more than $3,000, and as promised, the top seller got to pie Principal Miss Mary Beth in the face. At the Re-Engagement Center, students in the Aspire program celebrated an early Thanksgiving with classmates and staff members, and the Re-Engagement Center also collaborated on a food drive to benefit the Salvation Army's efforts to help those in need this season. And the Angelo hosted its annual turkey trot before Thanksgiving break, which is in its second year since being renamed in honor of late Angelo Gator George Levi Jagunia. A big thank you is in order for the BPS Bilingual PAC, District PAC, and CFCE for hosting the 4th Annual Community Resources Fair at the Arnone late last month. This event is led by English Language Acquisition Coach and Bilingual PAC District Lead Barbara Laura. This is a wonderful major event that connects families to area resources. There were 23 Brockton Public School departments and community organizations represented, and over 200 people participated. Through donations, we provided 162 lunches and gave away 80 fresh chickens for the holidays. Through free participant raffles, we were able to give away 7 Thanksgiving dinners, $75 worth of food cards, and about 12 toy baskets for the holidays. In addition, Sabura and CFCE gave out packets of books for each and every family. And as for the upcoming events, as Robert mentioned, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Drama Club is presenting Love by the Bolt in the Little Theater. And at a date to be announced very soon, BHS will host an open house for future BHS students that is focused on students currently in grades 6 through 8. Students and their families are going to be invited to get a sneak peek at BHS and learn about all of the amazing things the school has to offer. So keep an eye on our social media and the website for details as soon as they become available. And finally, a look ahead to next week when the first of 3 holiday concerts will be happening at BHS. The Holiday Jazz Concert is on December 12th at 7 p.m., and then the Holiday Concert will be on December 16th and 17th at 7 p.m. Admission to all concerts is $5. This time, we'll take any questions.
Thank you, Superintendent, for that presentation. I'll open up the floors to members for any comments or questions. I'll start off with Mr. Vega. Do you have a comment or question, sir?
Yes.
Comment is, where did Mr. McCaskill get that fine hat, and how can I get one myself?
It's vintage. Are you all set?
I'm all set. Thank you, Vice Chair.
All righty. Mrs. Aze, followed by Ms. Oliver.
Thank you. It's more of a just comment. So thank you, Superintendent, and thank you, Robert, because I know a lot of people that are always watching our meetings really enjoy seeing what we're doing throughout the district, and they enjoy seeing whether, you know, we're launching something out, you know, in monitoring it as it's going in the waters to Friendsgiving. So it's just a lot of constituents, a lot of families really enjoy that. So thank you for the constant updates, and I know I'm always preaching this, but follow our social media pages. You know, Jordan Maybloom is constantly posting. I'm not sure who else is posting on there, but they're always highlighting things that are happening at our schools. So that's one great way to follow our Brockton Public Schools Facebook page and I believe Instagram. But a lot of our local schools follow their Facebook pages and their Instagrams, because a lot of the schools are also posting these different events. So, but no, thank you for always highlighting the positive. So, thank you.
Ms. Oliver.
Just not much a question, but just definitely a statement. Definitely encourage the residents and families to go and support the musical that's happening this weekend, and also the holiday jazz festival that's happening on the 12th and 17th. These kids, they work hard. They work hard to put a performance out for the family and the residents. And I think last year the audience wasn't that great. We didn't have a lot of turnout. And I hope that this year, if the weather is good, that we have more, people going out and watching them, because they are great. We have a great band, and especially the jazz. And we need to continue supporting the music department as much as possible. They've been through it, and they're trying to overcome a lot, and they really want to put out a show that is quality, and it's something that even surrounding towns are jealous of our music department. So I think it's something that we really need to keep feeding into it, and letting our students know that we appreciate them, that we support them, and we're always going to go and try to make face and go to the shows. So thank you.
Any more follow-ups? Seeing none. That's-
Item E is items to refer to subcommittee.
Do we have any items to, Mrs. Oliver?
Yes, I am going to possibly try to have another mental health and well-being subcommittee meeting prior to our next meeting in December. I have a meeting this week with the department, with Jamie LeBeau, so we'll figure it out. Stuff that we're going to talk about, definitely the bullying policy, and bring it up to the floor to, all the changes that they've been working on, to basically get a vote to put it into policy. Definitely, I'll let everybody know if we can add it the next meeting, prior to the next meeting.
Cool. Tight time frame, but I'm pretty sure you can make it. But
Yeah, because I've been working with him off the emails and all that stuff that we've been working on, and trying to set up a meeting, me and him. So it's been scheduled conflicts in the holiday. So we've been trying to put things together.
cool. Anybody else? That's it. Mr. Vega, do you have anything teed up or scheduled? Nope, guess not. Cool. And now we will move to the next item, consent agenda.
Apologies, Vice Chair, I was on mute, my bad. Vice Chair, you still there?
Yep. No,
Sorry about that. I was saying that if we're appending anything to the upcoming meeting, if we could give 15 minutes for the policy manual review committee, it won't take more than 15 minutes. It's simply an overview of a series of edits that were made in the past year and a half to the manual. There's no substantial policy changes, just commas and clearer language throughout. So it shouldn't be more than 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll work with the superintendent and yourself, and we can tie that into our next meeting.
Appreciate it. Thank
Can
you.
I ask one thing from Mr. Vega real quick? Can one of those policy be out of state or out of district field trips? Can we bring that to see if we need to revise anything or
It's
anything
policy manual, not policy.
to update it?
That's policy manual.
Oh,
Totally
well,
different.
we need to bring that up.
My understanding is that's within policy and not
Yeah.
policy manual
Yeah.
review. Am I
Still,
wrong about that?
Okay, thank you. Just clarifying then.
Seeing none. All right, we'll move on to the next agenda item is the consent agenda. What is the will of the committee?
Motion to accept consent agenda.
Motion was made by Mrs. Sullivan, properly seconded by Mr. Gomes. Item A, approval of minutes, regular school committee meeting, October 2nd, 2025. Item B is approval of BHS Ski Club and snowboarding overnight out-of-state field trip. Item C is request authorization, acceptance, proposal, and expenditures of funds. First bullet point is FY 2026, FC 0311, supporting students' SEL behavioral and mental health and wellness in the amount of $45,000. Second bullet point is FY 2026, prepping comprehensive health and physical education, CHPE implementation planning in the amount of $25,000. What is the will of the committee? Motion was made by Mrs. Sullivan, properly seconded by Mr. Gomes. This will be a roll call because we do have a member that is remote. Mrs. Sullivan? Yes. Mr. Gomes? Yes. Ms. Azak?
Yes.
Ms. Oliver?
Yes.
And Mr. Vega?
Yes.
And myself is a yes, it passes. Thank you. Next is unfinished business. Discussion and potential vote of superintendent evaluation and objectives for school year 25-26 presented during the regular school committee meeting that was held on October 22nd, 2025. I will hand the floor over to the superintendent for just a quick overview.
So I just wanted to give you all an opportunity to be able to think over the objectives, the goals and objectives and focus indicators that I had proposed at the October 22nd meeting. Also for the viewing public, we always post our presentations on the website. So this presentation with all of the goals and the focus indicators has also been posted on our website too, if anybody is interested. I'm happy to put the slides back up if you'd like, but just as a reminder, it's three goals: a district improvement goal, a professional practice goal, and a student learning goal. And the district improvement goal is around continuing to build the efficiencies around all of the audits, district reviews, investigations, and to ensure ongoing compliance. The professional practice goal is relative to our district review, which we are undergoing this year to make sure that we are aligning with all of DESE standards and indicators, and this also supports us in starting our strategic planning next year as we're coming to the end of our five-year strategic plan. And then the student learning goal is to provide additional support and intervention to those schools who have been identified by DESE as requiring additional assistance. Every year, too, we pick 6 focus indicators, and the ones I had proposed were around assessment, data-informed decision-making, fiscal systems. I did that one last year, but think that it's important to continue it this year. Sharing responsibility with families and community, communication to families and community, and continuous learning for our professionals.
Thank you. I'll open up the floor to members for questions. Mrs. Sullivan, followed.
Thank you. Thank you for sending it to us earlier. I did look at it. I read the whole thing, for the goals and everything, and saw that the things were addressed that were addressed in the evaluation and in the things that DESE is bringing up about student outcomes. Also, I was just wondering, the strategic plan, so you were saying that it's coming to the end of the 5-year strategic plan?
Yes, so I think we're in year 4 right now. So we do our district review this year, and then in year 5, the final year, we'd be creating the new one for the next 5 years.
So this would be each strategic plan is 5 years? And so this would be the plan that the previous superintendent had? That you have to carry out until that one's done, and then you start a new one?
Correct. So we're still in the middle of the former one.
Okay. So can we post that, or?
Oh, it's posted on our website.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Because I looked
I believe
for
so.
it, I didn't see
Oh, it used to be. That's how I found it when I was interviewing.
Is it on the,
We had some changes on the
I can go
website,
back
but
and
it's
look.
still there.
Yeah, is it? Okay.
is it on the school committee page?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know.
I think it's on
I
the.
I can
see it.
under the
confirm though and
superintendent.
make sure.
It's under this.
Would be on the
superintendent's
teaching and
page.
learning, maybe? No, because that would be facilities. That's strategic plan too.
Yes, I can
Yeah, we'll,
identify.
Well,
I can
yeah,
make
we can
sure.
find out and let
And
people
I'll
know
send the link.
where it's
but
posted, yeah.
The last time, oh, here it is, strategic plan. It is under About BPS.
Okay,
So that first, drop down.
all right. Thank you.
any questions? Mr. Vega, do you have a comment or question?
No, I thought the presentation that the superintendent did earlier for us around the evaluation and the goals was pretty thorough. I appreciated it. I will say that, I find the increased transparency in making sure that all this documentation is available to families and as a BPS system to be a huge step forward. Same around finances, same around academic performance. I just really appreciate where we're headed and the work the superintendent's done to get us there.
Thank you. Any follow-ups, comments? And relative to this item, what is the will of the committee with the presentation with the superintendent's evaluation objectives following FY 25 and 26?
Motion to approve superintendent's evaluation objectives for FY 25-26.
Motion was made by Mr. Gomes, properly seconded by Mrs. Oliver. This will be a roll call vote due to the fact that we have a member that is remote. Mrs. Sullivan.
Yes.
Mr. Gomes.
Yes.
Ms. Azak. Yes. Ms. Oliver.
Yes.
Myself is a yes. Mr. Vega.
Yes.
It passes unanimously. Thank you. Looking forward to that. Next item is new business. Do we have any new business to discuss? Ms. Azak, do you have something?
Thank
Got
you.
the hand
It's
up.
not really new business. I just wanted to follow up with the superintendent. Where are we as far as making sure our police officers, our paperwork's all set? Come January, they're ready to get sworn in again. I know you and your team have been working on it. I just wanted to follow up and just make sure we haven't hit any hiccups. And if downtown needs anything, just so, you know, the holidays, I get it, but I know your staff is on top of things. I just wanted to follow up.
No, I appreciate us being proactive and on top of it. So I believe during the last safety and security update, Lieutenant Bananca had talked about making sure too, he's been very supportive in making sure that all of the documentation is in to the police department per the post requirements. Our HR department has been making sure that everything is up to date, but I will also, just for good measure, send a confirmation email to ensure that there is nothing missing, or if there is anything missing, that we know ahead of time so we can get it in immediately.
Okay, so have we heard back?
No, I said I will send.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Just so, again, I know everyone's crazy busy, but we just don't want to have any delays, because that will cost us money.
Totally
But no, I
agree.
appreciate all your hard work, and I know Lieutenant Banaka had mentioned it at the last meeting as well. So I just wanted to follow up. So I
Yes.
appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. No other new business, nothing. Next is school safety and security from our police liaison. I believe we have Officer Mosley, Supervisor Mosley.
Good evening. Is this on?
It is.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Superintendent, Vice Chair, School Committee. It's been a while since I've been up here, so back. So, some updates on safety and security. CBJJ meeting going on as well. Keeping up good relations with the juvenile probation, with updates with some of our students that are in the system. We have designated a school sexual assault officer, Officer Fernandez, who went to training and will be working side by side with BPD with some of the cases we get called to, so we're more familiarized with the process. What else is there? Last week we did some community policing with Mr. McCaskill, with handing out some turkeys and food pre-Thanksgiving last Wednesday, some packages for some of the families in our community. Last Wednesday, we also did a collaboration with the VA police, and we did some VR training, such as some hands-on scenarios, some de-escalation training, and some active shooter training. That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And this coming Saturday, we'll be doing some juvenile law update training with Instructor Hanoram. That's also going to be very good, especially with constant changing with the laws with juvenile. And most importantly, the Patriots are top of the league in the AFC, if you watched the game last night. Other than that, any questions?
Thank you. Ms. Oliver?
Yes. Quick thing about the police officer who's going to be got trained for sexual assault.
Oh, so one more thing. We have 3 new recruits that start the academy
Nice.
this
Monday.
week. I forgot to mention that. Sorry.
No,
Go ahead.
you're good. No problem. I like to hear good news that way, because we definitely need more. Definitely the sexual assault, the police officer. What type of training did she get exactly? Is she going to be working with like mental health counselors? Do you know anything about that? Do you happen to know like exactly how that's going to detailed working with our students?
We mean mental health.
Yeah, like the sexual assault, the police officer, exactly what is her role and what is the,
So, any calls that we go to that dealing with any type of sexual assaults, we have an officer take the report, and then she'll do the further investigation with the collaboration with BPD, and that's and that part of the sense where like it's because of sensitive material and that sort of thing. So as far as with the mental health, if it's required for us to have some like a clinician there, we'll have someone there as well.
is this like involving mostly students, like calling for reporting?
Yeah, like
Okay.
do we get calls for students and sexual assault and stuff like that. Again, we'll take initial report, and then she'll, like anything else, she'll do the initial investigation and all that stuff.
I appreciate that, because we never had this before, right? We never had somebody like our own school police that dealt with that.
No, this is something I think the higher ups came up with because there's we get quite a bit, so I think it's nice to have someone someone here. And then again, just working with BPD and stuff like partnership, so that sort of thing.
Is there like a specific, a line or phone number they can call to like basically report it, to get assistance for that? Or just going directly to the police
Just
station?
just the call service, and we'll show up and take care of it.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Say Zach.
Oh, thank you, Vice Chair. That's great that they have a female officer, because I know it's difficult for a lot of victims to come forward. So it's to have a female officer. It's speaking as a female, it's easier to speak to another female. So given the sensitivity of it, I commend our department for putting that out there. So we'd love to, maybe once she's had her training and, really gotten further into it, just maybe meet with us. And I know that there's issues out there. There's issues out there, whether it's from one extreme to another. It's never easy for the victims. And like I said, I just appreciate that. So thank you, officer. Did have a question. I'll remember it.
I'm here.
I can always call. Thank you.
Anyone? Mr. Vega, do you have a comment or question for the officer?
No, thank you, though.
Good, thank you. So with Officer Fernandez, so that brings our total number, besides the 3 that are into 3 females, correct? Or was that 2?
Oh, 3.
3, okay. Any linguistics with the female officers or the officers that are in the academy? And
I believe the one that's in the academy right now speaks Spanish and Cape Verdean Creole. Which
female, male, or just the
female.
Oh, female. Okay, thank you. Cool, thank you. Thank you for the update. Continue the wonderful work. You guys work around the clock from our updates that we get. Like I said, if I know we probably have like one more slot that needs to be filled, and I know there's a background process going on for that. Hopefully sooner than later, and then we'll reevaluate that once after the first of the year to see what our school police department really looks like structural wise. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Next agenda item is announcements. Pretty sure somebody has an announcement. Any announcements? Nobody?
Vice Chair, I've got a quick announcement.
Mr. Vega, floor is all yours, sir.
Thanks. I just want to give a shout out and invite Brockton residents to mark their calendars. There's a chance to make a massive difference for BPS students and families by joining our incredible Blessings in a Backpack program. We're going to be packing a whole month's worth of weekend meals for children right here in Brockton. To be clear, what the program does is it gathers food donations and then packs them up so that students at each school within the district can access meals for the weekend. On a Friday, they can go pick them up and bring them home for the weekend. As we know, a lot of our kids, some of the most important meals they have during the day are at school. So Blessings in a Backpack specifically targets the weekends when they're not in school. So if folks are interested in helping to pack these meals, we're going to be gathering this Saturday, December 7th at 7:30 a.m. at Brockton High in the Adzer cafeteria. Again, that's going to be Saturday, December 7th at 7:30 a.m. at Brockton High in the Azure cafeteria. And this is a wonderful hands-on community service opportunity for the whole family. I've seen volunteers as old as 80 and as young as 6 working to pack these meals. So every bag packed means a hunger-free weekend for a local student. So come join the fun and spread some holiday cheer this Sunday.
Thank you, Representative. Blessings in a backpack this coming Sunday, 7:30 in the Azure, actually 7 a.m. In the Azure. And for those that are watching, if there's any members that are interested in going to help out, it's a great program that they do monthly to support our students in need. Mrs. Azak.
Just to echo Mr. Vega's statement, Blessings in a Backpack has been with Brockton High School for quite some time. And I believe it started off with, what did I say, Megan Schlossberg and Jamie, is it McDuffie? Duffy? It was one of the, this has been going on for years. So it's wonderful that they're still at Brockton High School. As Mr. Vega said, they do pack weeks at a time. And many of our students do benefit from this. So just in case they had a hard time hearing Mr. Vega on the phone, I just wanted to follow up and just remind that. And they also they're on the Facebook page as well. But thank you.
Thank you. Any
I
further?
appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Isaac.
Thank you. Seeing, I will, for our next meeting, December 16th, we have it scheduled for 6 p.m. I would like to move that meeting to 5:30 to obviously give Mr. Vega some time to conduct his subcommittee meeting prior. If members are willing to, I'll entertain a motion if we could move the meeting from December 16th from 6 p.m. To 5:30, which is just a half-hour earlier start time.
To move the December 16th school committee meeting from 6 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. that evening.
Motion was made by Mrs. Azak, properly seconded by Mr. Gomes. This would be a roll call vote. Mr. Vega?
Yes.
Mrs. Sullivan? Yes. Mr. Gomes? Yes. Ms. Azak? Yes. Ms. Oliver? Yes. And myself is a yes, it passes. Our next meeting, it will be December 16th at Brockton High Little Theater at 5:30 p.m. Next is executive session pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A, Section 3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining or litigation if an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining or litigation position of the public body, and the chair so declares. I do declare. It is BEAIBAA/TEA, and I will entertain a motion to enter into executive session.
Are we coming back to the meeting?
There is a potential to return to open session to vote on the items from the executive session.
Okay. A motion to enter into executive session as stated.
Motion was made by Mrs. Azak, properly seconded by Mr. Gomes. This will be a roll call vote. Mr. Vega?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan? Yes. Mr. Gomes? Yes. Ms. Azak? Yes. Ms. Oliver?
Yes.
And myself is a yes. We will be entering executive session, and we will potentially returning back to vote on items from our executive session. And we'll be back. are back in session. I'll entertain a motion to, jeez, I broke this, to enter back into session. Motion was made by Mr. Gomes, properly seconded by Ms. Oliver. Take a roll call vote because we have a member that is remote. Mrs. Sullivan? Yes. Mr. Gomes? Yes. Mr. Vega? Ms. Oliver? Yes. Ms. Azak? Yes. Thank you. I just broke this. Next agenda item is the approval of bargaining session with the IBAATEA. Entertain a motion on that relative matter.
Motion to approve the memorandum of agreement between the Independent Brockton Administrative Assistants and Technical Employees Association and the Brockton School Committee.
Motion was made by Mr. Gomes, properly seconded by Mrs. Oliver. This will be a roll call vote of approval of the memorandum and contract. Mrs. Sullivan? Yes. Mr. Gomes?
Yes.
Mr. Vega?
Yes.
Ms. Hazak? Yes. Ms. Oliver?
Yes.
And myself, Tony Rodriguez, is a yes. That is approved. Other than thank you, members, for a great meeting. I will open this one more time. Do we have any further announcements or comments relative to tonight's meetings or anything further? See, none. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn was probably made by Mrs. Sullivan. Was made by Mrs. Sullivan, probably seconded by Mr. Gomes. Be a roll call vote. Ms. Sullivan? Yes. Mr. Gomes? Mr. Vega?
Yes.
Ms. Azak? Yes. Ms. Oliver?
Yes.
And myself is a yes. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you.